Or you rolling Raptors. Is this drone the best flying camera for recording rollerblading videos? I think it is, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is the HOVERAir X1 PRO. I'm gonna test it for rollerblading. The HOVERAir X1 Pro is the new version of last year's HOVERAir X1. This is a great thing, but it had its limitations. This one's so much better. You can see it's slightly bigger. Stands a bit higher, and if you fold it open, you can also see the difference. The camera looks bigger too. What I liked about the original HOVERAir X1, it was so easy to use. You just unfold it, press the power button, select the flight mode, and it flies. So easy. This one's absolutely great for shooting B-roll. But what I disliked was the camera quality. The image looked over-sharpened and too bright too. You couldn't put on any ND filters on this one. I could only choose between 30 and 60 FPS. Another thing I disliked was the sound. It could record sound through your iPhone, but I can't hold my iPhone with the app open while I'm rollerblading, when I'm riding a staircase. That's just foolish. If I fall, well, your iPhone is ruined. So that was a problem. When you record your voice through the iPhone, the noise of the drone gets cancelled out, which is great, but, well, I can't just hold my iPhone while I'm rollerblading down the staircase, right? So that was an issue for me. Also, the lack of ND filters, and that I wasn't able to choose my preferred 24 frames per second. Those are all small limitations, but those were big enough to prevent me from recording complete videos with this drone. It was good for B-roll, but not for shooting whole videos. And I think the new version changes everything. This new version has got a little screen on it, which is very handy to see what flight mode you've selected and what the settings are. Is it gonna stay close or far? Is it gonna fly high or low? And you can easily change it, which is very useful. camera is improved a lot. The HOVERAir X1 Pro can shoot up to 4K, more than good enough for me. And the stabilization is great too. You can even see it right now, how the gimbal is moving to keep the camera level. Design-wise, it looks a little sleeker. The wings are like more aerodynamic, but the real changes are inside. It's got collision detection on the back, and a major improvement is that now you can finally fly it over water, over heights, even over snow. The original X1 couldn't do that. I tried and I failed. I tried to use it while skiboarding, and it just, after 10 meters or so, it just landed. This thingy looks bigger and sleeker, and it's faster too. I think it's almost 2 times as fast as the original X1. That one had a max speed of about 25 kilometers per hour. This one goes up to 42. For me, that's great. That means this can keep on following me even if I rollerblade very fast. The X1 couldn't keep up with me sometimes when I went too fast down a staircase or just on the road. This one will be able to keep up with me.
Close. Follow.
Its following capabilities are so much improved. I really tried my best to lose it, and it kept on following me, whereas the original X1 would have lost me 10 times now. So that's great for rollerblading. That's what I needed. I'm going to do a little test. I'll get both drones to follow me to see if both drones can keep up. I don't quite think so. I'm pretty sure I'll lose the original HOVERAir X1 because I'm gonna speed up sometimes, make sharp turns, turn around and so on. And I think the HOVERAir X1 will lose me at a certain point. Of course, I hope my 2 drones won't crash into each other. They better be careful. But let's try it. See, I've lost the original X1. Sorry, baby. The biggest change is what's inside this box. This is the new beacon. It helps the drone follow you better, but that's not all. It records sound too, and it gets even better. You can turn this beacon into a remote control very easily. It's like magic. This is a remote control. Okay. Yes. This is definitely working. I should be able to control the gimbal. Yeah. All right, this is awesome. It's going really high now.
Middle, Dolly Track.
So this is the Dolly Track function, and I keep following the drone. I don't think I can change the direction of the drone unless it starts following me, but this works for short talking head parts. I'm a bit afraid it's going to fly right into the lighting pole. We'll see. Is the collision detection gonna work? Seems like it does. This is a great feature. Sometimes you don't understand each other. We've got to learn to know each other. Careful for that pole. Yeah, well done, buddy. So you may be wondering, how am I going to get the drone back? Well, I'll just have to stand still for 2 seconds, hold my hand out, and it's going to return. Just like that. Isn't that wonderful?
Middle, follow.
This drone is very reliable, and I need that for rollerblading. The controls on the iPhone are improved a lot. You've got virtual joysticks and it works way better than the first X1. Join the drone's Wi-Fi network, and here we are. Since Omni-Terrain is activated, I should be able to fly over water.
Manual control.
Yep, as you can see, I'm flying over water now. Don't quite believe the HOVERAir X1 could fly this high. It was impossible, it was like 10 meters or so. Yeah, come back home, baby. Well done, boy. This is awesome. I just need my phone and I can control it pretty good. I'm not an experienced drone flyer. I've never used an actual remote to control a drone, but it's very intuitive, reacts pretty fast, and it works. This is all I need when I go on a rollerblading trip. My drone, my phone, and a beacon. I'm very stoked to make lots of videos with the HOVERAir X1 Pro. The HOVERAir X1 Pro is said to have about 16 minutes flight time. I'm not gonna measure it. I'm just using my power bank to charge the second battery all the time. So I don't have to worry about batteries anymore. I can fly whenever I want. There's one thing I neglected to do is check the frame rate. Apparently you have to do it for every single flight mode. That means this video contains mixed frame rates, 30 and 24 FPS together, and I hope it won't look too bad. I'd rather be honest about this instead of you thinking that footage looks crap. No, it's because I neglected to configure the frame rates correctly. Right now, I'm going to test the ND filters. I really like some motion blur in my footage. Makes it more real in a way. The ND filters come in a nice little box. I'm gonna go for the ND32. To install the ND filters, you have to take off the lens protection right here. It's some fine work. I'm a bit clumsy with my fingers. I have to gently push up the lens protector. Okay, so now just Okay. I've got a drone with an ND filter. Great. So now let's test it. So for me, the flight modes that work best: bird's eye, hover, and follow. This new HOVERair X1 Pro is really able to follow me. I can accelerate full speed and it's still gonna follow me, and that's a great thing to know. I can just mind my skating 100% and the drone will do its thing without any issues. The hover function is cool for some stationary shots with the camera following you but staying at the same place. Bird's eye is great, I think, for some nice B-roll to show the location and so on. But the follow function is what I really appreciate. The new HOVERair X1 Pro definitely is a major improvement. It can do more things and it does it better than the original X1. Even though this isn't the perfect drone, I truly believe in its merits for recording rollerblading videos. This will help me. You don't have to believe anything I say, just believe the footage. And for me, that's enough. In case you were wondering whether I would use this drone if I had to pay for it, the answer is yes indeed. I didn't pay for the HOVERair X1 Pro, but I did order the Pro Max. Thanks for rolling. Keep watching.